Welcome to another episode of Courageous Me. And we're in for a doozy this time. Our incredible guest, I have met a number of times now and I've seen her speak. And can I say, I knew nothing about her when I first saw her speak. And when I heard her story, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have got to get to know this woman more. Like, talk about incredible. So I know there's going to be heaps of stories of courage in here. But we've got Lourene Bevaart. And Lourene, before we get into the nitty gritty, could you share what excites you to have a conversation with me today all about courage?
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I know there's lots of women out there who have had and displayed lots of courage. And to me, it's not really a motivational word. It's actually a word of survival, reinvention. It's that moment when you realize that no one is coming to save you. And if it's up to me to decide to stand up anyway. And I can totally relate to that. And I think most of the time it's not done very loud. It's done very quiet as well, which I
Yeah.
think a lot of us can resonate with. And it's the woman who's rebuilding her life, whether it's her health, whether it's her income, to build her confidence. And it's normally done step by step, brick by brick. But she wins at the end. And how quickly she does that, everyone's different. But that's what it means to me.
Oh, I love that. That just so resonates with all the work I've been doing, all the interviews I've had, that it is that quiet, step by step, messy, ugly,
Yeah.
work sometimes, doesn't work sometimes, but that rebuilding, yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to get to know more about you. So just for those listening who don't know anything about you, could you just give us a quick snippet, who you are and
Mm.
what you do, just for context, and then we'll get into the first question.
So phys ed teacher originally, 5-time world karate champion, personal trainer to Russell Crowe and Shane Warne. And then I obviously got married to 2 beautiful girls as well. Then become a single mum, which I wasn't prepared for financially or emotionally, and then rebuild myself. And now an entrepreneur and living my best life right now and helping so many other people doing the same. So there you go. That's
Oh,
a very quick, short explanation of my background.
and it's really mean, isn't it? Because I've read your background and your bio, and seriously, 30 seconds, 60 seconds does not do justice to
Yeah.
what you do. And also there's Gladiator in there, which I
Well, I
didn't
didn't
know
mention that.
about.
Yeah. So I had the opportunity to go on the TV show Gladiators as a contestant. So, here I am sitting at home marking some papers as a phys ed teacher. And I had the TV humming on the background, and this ad comes on TV about being the next group of contestants on this show called Gladiators. And I thought, how cool would this be? So here I am, I'm competing with karate interstate and internationally, and the 1,000 students, I'm head of department. What a great way to lift up my profile to get some sponsorship. So I went to Festival Hall, remember good old Festival Hall in Melbourne, and there were probably 2,000 or 3,000 of us standing outside, all in our gym gear, and everyone else is staring at each other like, oh, she'll be great, she looks amazing. And people from all different backgrounds, your doctors, your teachers, your mums and your dads. And they called us in, and I was quite nervous. And they just said to us, look, this is what we're going to be doing over the next half hour or so. So it was a 3-minute upper body, 3 core and 3 legs. And I thought, geez, I can do a 9-minute routine. That's pretty easy. I train and run and sprint and do all these things with my karate training. Can I just say that was one of the hardest things that I ever done. So they'd call us out 30 at a time, take us through this grueling fitness routine. And it's amazing how many didn't get through it. And then they took us through a couple through the games, and then they throw us into a room where they had cameras, lights, and action. And they'd say, Lourene, why should we choose you to be on the next show of Gladiators? Anyway, I got chosen, went up there, and I had the great opportunity. I won the second series convincingly. And so they said to me, Lourene, look, we would love you to be our new gladiator. So here I am, head of department, 1,000 students, a good secure job. I go back to the school I was teaching at. And my principal that I worked for, he was amazing. He would give me a lot of time off. Well, they call it leave without pay. So I would go and compete internationally or interstate, have all the class preparation for the emergency teacher to come in to take the class, but I didn't get paid while I was away. So I asked him again, and he goes, no, that's it, Lourene, I can't do anymore, which I couldn't understand. If it's leave without pay, the classes are prepared, a great profile for the school, why would that matter? And he actually said no. So I resigned on the spot to be a gladiator. I mean, who does that, right? Where's that going? I don't
You
know.
left your teaching job as a PE teacher to be the gladiator.
Be a
This
gladiator.
thing you thought would be, oh, that'd be cool, be good for my profile.
Yeah. A fork in the road, right? So, yeah, I joined as a team as a gladiator, and that was during that time where Russell Crowe was filming Gladiator. And he was looking for a personal trainer. He wanted a female. He wanted someone that did karate, obviously that didn't have a family and so forth. So that's how that journey went. And yeah, Gladiators was a very monumental time, or a pivotal time in my life, that opened up so many doors for me moving forward.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. So a couple of things. How old were you when you did this?
34. I can remember 34, 35.
So you're 35, like you're
Well,
not,
no, can't be. Hang on, Gladiators, no, it was earlier than that. Sorry, because I remember doing my 30th. So 28, 29, doing Gladiator
okay.
show.
That makes more sense. Yeah. Just from a physical point of view. But isn't that interesting that in doing that, you end up becoming Russell Crowe's personal trainer, because he's on the movie Gladiator.
Mm.
And had you not done that those two might not have crossed
Wouldn't have
paths.
happened. No, it wouldn't have happened. It's just funny how it happened. If you think about like how many personal trainers are out there in the world, I mean, we're going back a long time, and like, yeah, like it's amazing. It just happened by me being at a gym and someone saying to me, "Hey, Lourene, look, Russell Crowe, do you know of him?" And I didn't really know of him then. Like he did Romper Stomper and things like that. And he goes, "I was looking for a personal trainer for the next 6 months on the movie Proof of Life with Meg Ryan." And I never say no. I just look, I'll have a chat to him. We'll just see where that goes. And then like literally 3 months later, I resigned, moved from home, and I was off overseas, and I traveled with him for the next 5 years, not just 6 months. It was incredible.
Oh, but you know, this is such a beautiful example of just saying yes. Like out of 2,000-3,000 women going to apply to get onto Gladiator, some show, and you just going with it, not knowing, much about it. What can I ask? Why do you think you got through, and others who probably were, super fit and capable, what did you have that they didn't, do you think?
Oh, definitely the mindset. Because I've been competing with karate, right? I knew the preparation, how to compete, and I was very competitive. Hello. And also all the training that I did with karate, 30-second drills, a 1 minute, and I was used to contact. I wasn't scared. I was fierce. So the Gladiator games, a lot of impact, a lot of throwing, a lot of things. And that didn't intimidate me. I'll bring it on. The more aggressive it was, the more it suited me, because I'd been so conditioned with that. Yes. And I don't mean to say that from a brutal way. It's just the way it is. So, and then I knew how to deal with the nerves and how to what it took to win and so forth. Yeah. So that's what got me through. It was definitely the training that I had done previously, or doing at the time, to get through.
So it wasn't just your fitness; it was all of that combined.
All that combined.
You got through.
Definitely the fitness helped, right? Yeah, but
so interesting.
Just the mindset.
Oh my God. Oh, I love it. I haven't even asked you the first question, but I feel like we've gone there. So I was actually going to say, when is the moment when you had to really reach in and find some courage? I'm assuming that's one of many.
Yeah, it's one of many.
Another one.
The one for me is, I'd never forget it when I knew my marriage was done. Like that moment where I was on the floor in the kitchen in a fetal position, bawling my eyes out. Yeah. Now what? I didn't see this coming. For me, I thought I was going to live happily ever after, right? My parents have been married for 67 years. My sisters have been married for 30, 35 years. I failed. Where did that go wrong? And here I am with a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. But now it wasn't about me, right? And I think what happens is, like, especially my generation, we watch our parents, and the dad goes to work, the mum stays home, and we give our power up of who we are. Over time, we don't mean to, but just over time, you lose that confidence in who you were, and you become totally financially dependent on the man. I say this to my girls every day. You need your own money. You need your own income. You need to have your own purpose, passion. So if if it ever breaks up or it doesn't happen,
Mm.
you can stand up on your own 2 feet. You don't have to rebuild. I know that sounds nasty, but honestly,
No.
how many marriages last? All right. It's a big financial hole to be in. So and also I really teach them how to be financial literate. I make sure they understand about their budgets and money and where it's coming and get their money to earn money. Anyway, that's a different conversation. I'm going off a tangent here. So yeah, we give ourselves up. So we lose who we are.
Mm.
And when that marriage had broken, it's like I was a shell of the woman I once was. This karate champion, gladiator champion, confident, purposeful, magnetic, all that. And now I was broken. No doubt suffering postnatal depression, had a huge credit card debt. I was living on Centrelink payouts. I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old where I wanted to be home. I wanted to be the mum. I didn't want to put them in the daycare. I didn't want anyone else looking after them. Not that I could afford it anyway. So that was my moment of pivot, thinking, okay, for things to change, it's up to me. No one's going to come and save me. All right. Because I'm sure if anyone's sort of been in a situation where it's a pivotal moment where like the first week or two, everyone's ringing you, you okay, Lourene, I'll help you, I'm there for you. And then everyone just gets on with their life. Hey, hello, I'm still here. You know, and I understand that because, you know, life is busy.
Yeah.
That's when the pivotal moment came. It's like, holy hell, I need to do something about this.
So why were you on the bathroom floor? Was it when you first found out
Just
that the
first
marriage
found out, like just like went down like a bag of spuds, like like it's just it's horrible. And I'm sure there's lots of women out there. I get it, right? That's just the way it went, unfortunately.
But especially when you've got your identity tied into something, that this is not just, you know, a marriage breaking up. You're losing a whole, you'd already lost a part of you when you first, you know, become a mum. So and then you're losing even more. And you said
losing even more, losing that support. And I knew like how much work it was to climb the mountain again. It's whether could I do that again? Could I be bothered again? And then again, it's not just about me. So if you think about Gladiators, karate, it's all about me, okay? Which is fine. I wouldn't have been a world champion. I wouldn't have been a gladiator champion if I didn't have that mentality. But I had to change that mentality now. Because it wasn't about me. And I was failing as a mum. I was the worst role model. So
why do you say that?
Why just grumpy, irritable, upset, snappy. Like, I don't want to bring up my kids if you like, right? And what experiences am I giving them? Like, I need to set up my kids so they can have all I want my kids to say, and I'm sure they will very soon because now they're 20 and 18. My mum, she gave us the best life possible. She gave us some incredible memories, and I want them to remember that. So, I've been fortunate to do like amazing things with them, incredible things after I rebuilt myself. So, yeah.
And I don't know any mum on the planet that ever has not said at one point, I get the trophy for worst mum on the planet.
There's no book. There's no, like, no one tell you, off you go and do it. So, okay, what now?
My son was having a go at me for something the other day and it got really heated. And I just said to him, I've never done this before. I've never raised teenage boys before. I'm learning too. Like, give me a break. It was quite hilarious. So what were you like as a kid then? Like you seem to have a mental fortitude and strength that's not common in everyone. What were you like as a kid? Do you remember?
Very competitive.
Yeah.
Definitely an introvert. I just love my own space.
Yes.
I didn't really care what other people think. And now that could be a huge detriment, no doubt.
Oh, no, to be so free.
I was a very high achiever. And I had this belief, like, I'm not the most, academic person at school, but I had this immense belief. Like, I remember I was in year 8, sitting with 4 of my girlfriends, having lemon spread or Straz and sauce sandwiches. Do you remember those? And one of my girlfriends said, what do you want to do when you get older? Or what do you want to do when you get big, right?
Yeah.
And I remember clearly saying, I'm going to be a world champion. I had no idea what sport. I'm going to be a world champion. I'm going to go to university. I'm going to be a phys ed teacher. And I'm going to be a mum with 4 kids. Tick, tick. Like, I didn't have 4 kids. I had 2. So where does that belief come from?
Yeah, where did it? That's what I'm sitting here going, I want to know where this has come from.
I know. So it's quite interesting. Like when my daughters were at primary school, they did this graduation, and it was very, very cleverly done. So I'm standing here, and I'm going to introduce the next person. I'm grade 6. The next person is Georgie. Georgie wants to be an astronaut, and this is her. Bang, bang, bang. So all these kids have dreams, but somewhere along the line, on the way, it gets knocked out of them. So I just think that me and year 8, I just hung on to that dream so much that no one's going to knock it out of me. That's what I wanted to do, and I got it. So I think people need to really manifest. And I think because the poor kids these days, about all the social media, what's being feeding to them, there's just so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Is how do you get that clarity? Now, they want to be influencers. They want to have quick wins. They want it all easy. They're all putting cotton wool. Like my daughter's work. My younger one works at a gym, amazing. This is going off a little bit of a tangent, but I thought I'd add this. She goes, oh, Mum, he's a bit mean. I said, he's not mean. He's got a job. He's got 100 things going on. The problem is that you kids are brought up in cotton wool. Let's all give you a participation certificate. Let's all give you a participation ribbon for everything you've done in primary school. When something's a little bit confronting or uncomfortable, he's mean. It's not mean. Grow. If you can work for him at that age, at 18, thank God you don't find out those answers or those things when you're 35.
Yeah.
I just think let's make everyone inclusive, right? So when there's anything not confronting or different, it's like, oh, no, we're not allowed to do that. We can't do that.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know, it's funny, I was dropping my kids at school the other day, and there was a group of boys walking past, teenage boys, and they were all sort of badgering each other, and one pushed one into the bushes, and, you know, they were kind of poking fun at him, and then one of them put his hand out and got him out. And I thought it's so interesting, and I know there's been research that when boys grow up, like that's how they banter, they muck around and put each other down and wrestle and arc up, whereas girls don't do that. So when we grow up, we are all a little bit even more so protected, whereas boys have a little bit more tough resilience than that we don't have. And I thought that's interesting, even just watching these boys. Can you imagine girls doing that? No, we just, like so different. So why do you think you wanted to be like a world champ, albeit not knowing what was it about being a world champion that made you so clearly say that's what I want?
Boy, it's a really good question. I just had so much aspiration watching the Olympics and Australian athletes. And I suppose the first thought that came into my head is I wanted to prove it to my dad. I wanted to do it for my dad.
Why? Did he sort of set you up for that, or had he said,
I really don't know what the answer. That's a really good question, right? I just wanted to achieve for him. I wanted to achieve for myself. He was a migrant. They come out on a boat, really worked hard, and I think all those characteristics were built in me. And like my dad would walk down Heidelberg Road with a wheelbarrow and a shovel to go to work, couldn't speak a word of English. I mean, who does it? If you think back then, like my parents were Dutch. They come out on a boat for 6 weeks. They land in Melbourne, like 70 years ago, you know, because my parents are 88, 87. They've been out here for so long. It's like, how do they do that?
okay.
I think a lot of those instincts, the hard work, the resilient, you got to make the most of your life, is what's been instilled in me. And like if I look back at my parents, they couldn't speak a word of English. You know, why Melbourne? They'll dump somewhere, Bougainville, I think it's called. It's a migrant camp. My dad finds his way to Melbourne. No mobile phones.
No.
Like bus. Somehow gets my mum here and somehow gets a job and starts working, builds a house. And like, how does he even do that? Like,
that's so interesting.
Yeah, I know.
But it's like no surprise that's why, like, you wanting to be a world champion is
absolutely all those characteristics.
Yeah,
you know, don't give up. You got to keep working. You got to do your best.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how did it feel then? Because I know you've been 5 times world karate champion. How did the first one feel?
The first one's always the best.
Yeah. Tell me how it felt. So
it's relief. It's relief. If that's the number one thing that comes to me straight away, like, I've
Really?
done it. That strive is just total relief and accomplishment and achievement. I've done it. I've got nothing to prove to myself anymore. I did it.
Wow.
No.
And how did your dad feel when you achieved that?
Oh, look, I can really remember ringing up my mum and my mum crying, like, just overwhelmed. And my dad, like, my parents are Dutch, and if you know Dutch parents, are very strong and very. So there wasn't a lot of emotion. There wasn't a lot of, well done, Lourene, but I knew there was a lot of pride, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hear people that you've wanted this from when you're in year 8. I want to be the world champion. You finally get the accolade of world champion. You said you felt relief, like I've finally done it.
Yeah.
How did you feel knowing you've achieved the thing you wanted? Because you did keep going back and you, like I said, you ended up being 5 times. How do you feel? Because some people think they've done that and then they go, okay, what next? Like, I can't beat that because I can't be the world champion for the first time in my life again. How did
I
that
just loved what I did. It was passion. Loved it.
Yeah.
See, one thing about karate, it's the improvement all the time. Okay. It's a process. It's, becoming, it's a life skill.
Yeah.
So I love the training, kept it going. I love the challenge of how much more can I go?
Yeah.
And so I just loved competing. So I was in that moment and I just wanted to see where if I could get another one. And then they got another one. So that was just me. That's how I was wired.
And I was listening to a podcast the other day. I listened to Ed Milet. I have a massive brain crush on him. And he was talking about that, when we just strive for the achievement or the world won the world title, it's never as rewarding as the process that you go through to get the achievement. And you've just described that. Like, why did you go back again and again and again and didn't feel like, okay, I've done that, what next? You loved the process that worked you towards the achievement.
Did I love the process? It's really, oh my gosh, I can just remember. So there was a time in my competing career where I was getting a lot of bronze medals, and there's nothing wrong with that. So what can I just say? Is he's still on the dais, he's still got the green and gold. But when you become a bronze, it's more like the top 4 or 5. It's probably a mindset thing, especially in karate, right? So I'm getting beaten by the person who's won. If I've come third, or who's in the final, I've come third. So my coach said to me, Lourene, okay, we need to step it up. We need to put the fear in you at training. We need to replicate what it's like to compete internationally into your training, which is so true. Yeah. So he said, I want you to train with the men. Now, not that I'm not taking away from the women because they're incredible women, but I need to have that fear where the guys are taller, faster, stronger, bigger. If they hit me, it may hurt. It does hurt. Now, can I just say this is semi-contact, by the way? I would not be doing karate if I knew my face was going to be like that. I'm still a woman. So there's the whole skill to that in itself. So I remember going to training, nervous butterflies, to know that I was going to face Ronan and Kevin, who are 6'4", 6'5", and fast and athletic. And, he would say, okay, Lourene, off you go. And we would do some sparring, which is the competition fighting. And the first, I don't know, half a dozen sessions, I would be sweat, punch, beaten, and I'd go home crying like, oh my God. But it made me visualize, it made me think, it made me analyze what I was doing, to the point when I went back to training and again, I could see the fear in their face. It's like, oh my God, I've got Lourene, not just a woman now, right? I better step up. So this is what he wanted to create. So they were bringing the best out of me and I was bringing the best out of them. So you go to the international mat and you've got another woman, not taking anything away from them, but I was prepared for them mentally stronger, if that made sense.
Yeah,
so,
I don't.
Yeah, I remember he used to put me like, you being in like a boxer stance type thing, and my foot's against the back, against the wall. I've got a wall behind me. And he'd have a row of men in front of me. And I knew what technique or what punch they were going to do, and they were trying to hit me. I couldn't move back. I could either block it or move left or right. So my footwork, just skills like that evolved over time. And then you bring that to the mat, the results come.
But even like, not probably most people listening are never going to be competing in karate.
I know.
But what I'm loving is the whole fact that you've put yourself, or you've been put in an environment with those that are, like you said, bigger, stronger, tougher, whatever, by virtue of the fact that they're men and physiologically we're different to men.
Mm.
And that helped elevate you, not just physically, but at a mindset level. Like, how relevant
Everything,
that is
emotionally,
in life.
physically, everything, right?
Yeah. I know, even when I played.
It's come out of your comfort zone. So
Yeah,
here we go,
totally.
right? So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't have to be just in karate or anything,
No.
sport. It's anything you do for you to grow, for you to change your
Yeah.
life, to be better. You need to get out into the rooms
Yeah.
that stretch you. Be around the people who make you uncomfortable to become comfortable, to grow, right?
That's exactly what I'm taking from this, as
Yeah.
opposed to specific karate. I know when I started playing women's baseball when I was 48. And what was interesting is we were a women's team, but every now and then we'd train with the guys. And
Mhm.
I hated it. Because for exactly the reason they were
Except when we beat them, it's so good when you beat them.
I was never going to do that, Lourene, because I hadn't played for 30 odd years. But I remember one time, like, even the worst on their team was just they could hit faster, they could throw faster, they could do all of that. And I remember actually, one of the guys had hit the ball so hard it hit me in the shin and almost broke my leg. So I got off. But some of the other girls used to go and train with the guys on a regular basis because they needed that extra challenge, and they did that. And they were at the top of our team. They were amazing. So I get that, and I get that from a concept as far as life goes and really stretching yourself, which sounds like you do. So how did you then rebuild? So you're on your bathroom floor, your marriage has fallen apart, you believe you're the worst mother on the planet, albeit you've proven that wrong. How did you rebuild yourself? Like, where did you go from being on the floor to the next step? What did you do?
I think that must come from my karate now. I think that I knew it was a mindset, my thoughts, what am I thinking, what am I reading, what am I listening to? It has such an important thing. So I started to listen to things that were positive.
Yep.
So
Like
to
what?
change my energy, my vibration. Oh, whether it was Jim Rohn or whether it was a Oprah Winfrey, whatever it is around mindset. Okay, just anything to get out of the hole that I was in. And I started looking for things to do. I wanted to do something where I could work from home or I could be with my kids, because grabbing a nappy bag, tying the kids into the car, driving down to the gym, getting a nappy bag, one kid on one hip and the other, put it in the creche, hopefully they don't cry, to take a 45-minute cycle class. Now I've paid for the creche, I've paid for the parking, and I'm getting paid $50 for that. Stressful, overwhelmed, that just wasn't the answer. All right. And I wasn't looking for another job. I was looking for a better way. And I think we all are.
Yeah.
So a friend reached out to me that I've known for a long time, and I thought we were just catching up for coffee. And we're just talking, and that's where he shared a space where I could build a business online from home. And I had huge doubt about it. I wasn't sure about it, but it gave me hope. And as soon as that spark of hope came, I could feel myself regenerating, reinventing. And then by then it was just like brick by brick, little bit by bit.
Yeah.
And to where I am today. So that's how it evolved.
Wow. And what business was it? Can I ask?
I'm a network marketer. I absolutely love it. Best business model in the world. Yeah.
Oh, wicked. I love that. And so how did you find going into that and learning about it, and like, how did that
it's a really good question you say that, and I'm very open about it, because I know it has such a bad name, MLM, network marketing, back in the years. But it's a space where you don't need a degree, you don't need an education, you don't need to have 100,000 open a storefront. There's mentorship, there's steps, and there's systems, and there's low startup costs. There you go, just on the top of my head. And there's no stock and no staff, no rent, no insurance. Boom, 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 boom. So it was about learning how to share it. That wasn't salesy, okay, which is totally cool. So first of all, I use the product. Now I'm one of those women who love to sunbake in the sun, we used baby oil, coconut oil, you name it, to burn. And I paid a price for that as I aged. And I was looking for ways where I can get my best skin back. So when I was shown this topical gel, I remember driving home and thought, no, I'm so skeptical, but I'm going to prove to him this doesn't work. But thank goodness I followed the steps he said. And I took my photos and applied it, and I didn't think any more of it. But then when people started commenting 3 weeks, 4 weeks down the track, what have you done to your skin? Now, I never get facials or anything like that. I used to with Nivea, wash my face with soap. And I'm thinking, what are they talking about? So then I took my after photos, and I've gone, bloody hell, that gel stuff works. So that's where I thought, okay, this is it. So I just put my photos, a little blurb together, and just share it with my girlfriends, because we're all the similar age. We're all looking for stuff for blemishes, anti-wrinkle, whatnot. And that's how it started. And it was just like we share. Now, this day and age, the online space, the way we shop has changed so much. Most of it is online. Okay, so we all recommend things every day.
Yeah.
So if I can recommend something and get rewarded for that, I know it's going to help you. There's no difference, right? So it's just the way that you share that. So, I mean, the other day I went to Lululemon. I wanted to buy these black T-shirts, and I said, oh, we don't have that black T-shirt in this store, but we can order online for you and get it sent here. I mean, like, that's the thing. Everything's online pretty much these days. So that's where it's worked for me. So I could build a business in 15-minute pockets a day around my kids and be there and be present. And what I love about it, you're always growing. And then you meet amazing people. You're surrounded people who are growing, who want to be better and want to change their lives. There's rewards or incentives. You get to travel for a couple of $100. Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't you want to do that or give it a go? So that's how I got into it.
Oh, I love that.
And like, that was 2014. And here I am still today. Same company.
Wow.
Changed lots of people's lives. And like, had the opportunity to do so many incredible things.
Oh, that is so good. Oh, I love it. I love it. And I I'm also thinking, like, I can imagine you've got these 2 daughters at home, watching you raise them, watching you go out there and do this and not only build this business, but rebuild yourself, reclaim a new identity for you. Like, from saying that you were the worst mother at a point in time to the mother that has become the role model that for young girls growing up, like, seriously, how beautiful.
Yeah, like, and it just allowed me to choose the schools of choice, to pay off my debt. It's allowed me to travel. It's allowed me to help others as well who are financially stuck, who may be suffering with their health. I mean, end of the day, every single one of us at some point in our life are going to be challenged with one or two of things, and it's finances and health. And if I've got the tool to help them and guide them, I love that. I love the transformations.
Oh, totally.
I love the people you meet. I love the journey. You're always learning and growing here. There's no ceiling on your cap on the ceiling that you can earn, right? Which is also good.
But it's not only not a cap on the ceiling of earnings, it's also no cap on the ceiling of growth.
That's it.
And what you were saying before, why you loved karate so much, is it's constant improvement. It's always about growth. So there's certainly that theme that has been weaved through your life. Where, though, over the last few years have you got stuck or, been in a pickle or been challenged and really had to reach in and find some courage?
Yeah, look, I think it's a good question. There's lots of times, even my current business, where it's like, you feel like you're in the grind. But I think everyone's businesses does this.
Yeah.
But I think that's a moment you think, okay, you got to stop and listen and reflect, and just because we like to get the hustle more, we like to do more, whereas that's not the answer. It's like, okay, let's just stop here and be quiet and just listen to the signals. And like, you might wake up in the middle of the night and you have that thought.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to listen to that. You have to listen to that.
Yeah.
That is the message. There are messages to you every day, and the thing is, we don't listen. So I went to see Oprah Winfrey when she came out in November, and it was gold. And that was one of her top tips. You need to listen more. That thought, that gut feeling, don't ignore it. It's like, what's that trying to tell me? Because you know the answer.
Yeah.
right? But sometimes, not now. I'm just going to do more, do this or do that. And it's like, damn it, I bloody knew that I should have done that.
Oh,
How
how
many
often
times do
does
you
that
say that?
happen? Oh, that's what my whole book's about. It's
Yeah.
about hearing the whisper and
The
feeling into
whisper.
it and going with it. Not so where over the last, I don't care however long, have you had that whisper, that niggle, that feeling that or the stirring in your gut, and you've either not followed it or you have followed it and things have turned out differently? Can you think off the top of your head
Oh.
of a moment of that?
Yeah, look, probably last year.
Mm.
Oh, probably post-COVID too, right? Where you just feel like I was in the grind, da da da. And I just knew, okay, I just need to step up a bit more. I need to be that leader. I need to be the one doing the presentations. I need to be the one who creates the systems that duplicate instead of trying to rely on other people. So that's where it did. And as soon as I did that, that's where it started to multiply because the
Ah,
simple systems is what grow. Okay.
okay. And how did you learn this?
Duplication.
Mm.
Yeah. So what was that?
How did you learn the systems?
Oh, look, just jumping in mastermind, you've always got to have a mentor. You always got to have a coach, or you've got to be part of a mastermind.
Yeah.
So important to do that because things are evolving, especially with AI now, just
Yeah.
growing so quick. You need to
Yeah.
keep up with all these things. So just by doing that and just learning and taking from me, it can be information overload.
Yeah.
You need to scale it back. Okay, what can work for me? What's going to work for my team? How can I grow where it's simple, it's duplicatable, and when
Yeah.
someone's watching me, all
Yeah.
they're thinking, can
Yeah.
I do this?
Do you know, I
Right?
love what you just said there, though, because there's a lot of gurus out there. There's a lot of experts that are touting the thing that they've done that's worked for them. And it's great. Learn, hear what's around, what's available, but then look at what works for you. Taking maybe it's a little bit of that one, a little bit of this and a little bit of that one together, they form what have, and I know for years and years and years, I'm not very good with, managing my time or having a system where I could store all my IP. And I would follow this person and it wouldn't work for me. I followed this person. I remember someone saying to me, I was in Thought Leaders Business School, and they said, Kim, rather than trying to replicate one person's process, look at them all and then work out of all of that what works for you.
What
And
works
that's
best for
the
you?
one that you've got to follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not easy,
No.
but when you do, yeah, really, really makes a difference, doesn't it?
Oh, huge. It's just like I said, I think sometimes it comes with information overload. There's just so much. It's just like, okay, what am I going to do? What's going to help my business grow? What is
Yeah.
that other people can do, and what is duplicatable?
Yeah,
Especially for
yeah,
my
yeah.
business model anyway, right?
Absolutely.
So if I'm doing a presentation, that presentation I'm doing,
Yeah.
you don't want to be, oh, geez, I can't do what Lourene just did. You want that presentation to be, oh, here's the template, here's what you say, here's the video. All you got to do is press play, tell your story, easy. So
Yeah.
duplicatable. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, you also do public speaking?
Yeah. Oh, not a lot,
Yeah.
but I do them. Yes.
Yeah. How do you find that?
I don't mind them as long as I'm prepared for it and the brief is good. And it's
Yes.
a topic that I love doing. I'm more
Yes.
than happy to help out and do that. I mean, most of the time it's about your story,
Yeah.
right? And people
Yeah.
love to know your story because that is an incredible story. If I look back at it, but everyone's got a story. Everyone has a story.
They do. I completely agree. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Yours has just been more public. And
So
do you still do anything in the fitness space then?
no.
No.
Well, I do online. So if I have a woman that comes on, look, Lourene, I love what you shared. Let's say, for example, I love what you shared in that podcast. I'd love to know a bit more about what you do. So
Yeah.
all very well them wanting to build a business with what I do, but at the same time, I need to help them. Like so many midlife women are struggling. And I
Yeah.
mean, with their sleep, and they don't eat enough protein, they don't have enough hydration, their sleep is not good, they've got the midlife pooch, they're looking haggard, they've got no energy, all these things because they're not doing the steps or the consistent steps to help with that. That's
Yeah.
enough protein. They're probably not eating enough. They're not even getting 5,000 steps, not alone 10,000 steps. Weight training, resistance training, Pilates is absolutely crucial. So if you're not doing these things around 40 and up, 50s, 60s, it's just on a decline. And the longer you leave it, the harder it is to get up. And not only
Yeah.
that, if you think about all the toxins in life,
Yeah.
pesticides, the herbicides, the food we eat, Wi-Fi, the pollution, just everything. And then, like the food, I use this app called Yucca or Yucca.
Yeah.
Right?
I saw you put a
Oh,
story on and I now have it. I love it.
I cannot believe how bad our food is. Like,
Yes.
I can't even find a good cheese, okay? The plastic that's in it, even just so many things. Honestly, you have to get that app.
I'll
And
put
they
it
go
in the
on
show notes
about,
for anyone listening.
yeah,
Yeah.
they go on about, plastic bags. We've got paper bags to put our things in. Go and have a look how much food in the supermarket is wrapped in plastic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah.
So all these things, you've got to look after yourself.
Mm.
And your cells, you need to make sure you have good food, nutrition, hydrate, all those things. Get your steps in, get your protein, your sleep, all those things you have to get right. So when you say, do I help them with fitness? Yes, I do
Yes.
help them with that. But I'm
Yeah.
not going there 10 more, 9 more, 7 more. That is
No.
done. Those days are finished. That served its
Yeah.
course. It's just about more now, helping that woman. Come on. You have one life. If you don't do it now, wait to hit menopause and then postmenopause. Come on. Us poor women, we get our periods, and I can say this, right? And then they have kids, and then those hormones, and then you have premenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. What does the guy have? Permanent menopause, probably.
No, Lourene, the poor things have to put up with us.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. So how old, just for those who don't know you, right, and for those who are only listening and can't see you, how old are you?
I'm 60. I can't believe it when I say that.
She's 60 and she looks like she's 30. Like, just for those who can't see, like, seriously, this woman is amazing. So for those who are listening, right, and they go, yep, I've heard this all the time. I've got to eat more protein. I've got to do resistance training. I've got to do Pilates. I've got to get better sleep. I've got to drink more water. I get all of that. But what do you see of all of those things if someone's not doing it and they wanted to start doing it? One, what would be the most important? And two, how do they go from not doing it to doing it? Like, what's your kind of
I think what
recipe?
people try and do, like New Year's resolutions, right? Let's just talk about that. They try and change everything at once.
Yeah.
When, say, for 40 years, they haven't done any of that. So that's impossible. So just start with one thing. And you've got to create that habit. It's got to be that habit, right? You've got to stack it brick by brick. Yeah. So for me, if you're not doing any of those, for me, it'd be like, just start bloody walking, right?
That's important.
Move the body. Just start walking. Now, it may be, okay, today I'm going to hit 3,000 steps or 4,000 steps. Now, it doesn't all have to be at once. It may be that you have to get up earlier. Great way is to have an accountability partner. Hey, Kim, I'm going to meet you at the town. Let's go for a walk. And the thing is, never miss a Monday. All right, that's a thing. And to me, probably, like you asked me a couple of times, what is it, Lourene, about you that you've been able to do all these things, is consistency. Consistency is the key. There are days I do it. I don't feel like it. I'm busy. I'll try and find every excuse. No. I schedule it. I prioritize it. It has to be done. Because if I don't look after me, I am the most foundational and most important thing. I want to show up to my kids, my family, my loved ones, my friend ones, my peers as the best version of me, not the worst.
Yeah.
Right? And not only that, with my job or role that I do, how can I be haggard, wrinkled, blemished, overweight, and talk about health and living your best life?
Not a good role.
No.
Yeah.
So I would just start with that. Just get your steps in. So people just underestimate how important it is to walk. And resistance training. And look, when you think resistance training, people go, I don't like a gym. You don't have to go to gym. Get a pair of dumbbells, pair of TheraBands, go to YouTube, 20-minute arm workout. I can do at home and just follow it and do it. Don't have to, just do something which is better than nothing. Because I know a lot of people think, it's an hour. It doesn't have to be an hour.
No.
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
There's so much nowadays, as you say, free stuff online that you can get for women of our age. So I'm 54, that you can do, and you can do easily. And it's not the same, say, as a woman in her 30s where, there is, say, more cardio and heavy. This is stuff that we can do so much more easily. And, it's funny. Every Monday without fail, I drop my kids at school. I go down to, we live near the beach, and I do a beach walk, and it's an hour. Like I said, it's half an hour there, half an hour back. I've always had that scheduled in for Monday, because Monday I don't typically have appointments. So I'm interested, and that was more for me just because it fit in my diary. Why do you say don't miss a Monday?
I just think it's an important day of the week. Always start the week off well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Monday's
Okay.
the day. Monday's the day you got to get to work.
Yep.
If you do it on Monday, you feel good for the rest of the week. It's just a mindset thing as well.
So good.
If you're going to miss a day, never miss a Monday, because most likely you would have missed Sunday.
Yeah, more likely. That's right. Yeah. So don't miss the Monday.
You don't want to miss 2 days in a row. So
No.
But at the same time, if you do miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just hop on the horse tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's when you miss 2 days and 3 days and 4 days. Like everyone who's listening to this podcast, how many of you had New Year's resolutions and it's February and you haven't even started? So let me ask you this question. Where were you 12 months ago? Is it the same, or have you moved? Because if you don't do anything now, I guarantee this time, 2027, you're going to be in the same place, because no one's going to come and do it for you. Is it hard? Hell yeah. Nothing's easy.
No.
But just small steps that can make a big, big difference. And do you need mentorship? Do you need a coach? Do you need a personal trainer? Do you need someone to keep you accountable? Maybe.
Yeah.
Go and find that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I even now do a lot of my meetings walking. We do the same beach walk.
Cool. Perfect.
And we just have our meeting. Like, it's like, come and meet me. And we've got an hour, like I said, to get there and back. And we have the most incredible meetings. We've got our steps up. I've actually got a friend who, when she goes on dates now with guys, particularly first dates, she does a walking meeting, or they play tennis or something, because she said, at least if the date shit, I get my steps up. But I thought, what a great way of doing it. So just tell me, what scares you? Because you come across so together, so confident, total self-belief. What scares you, or what
could be my downfall?
Oh, talk to me.
Maybe I need to be more vulnerable.
Why?
Maybe that's what scares a lot of women.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of people think, I can't do what you do, Lourene. I can't be who you are.
Yeah.
So that's a really good question. Maybe nothing. Well, I'm going to say nothing scares me. That's not true. Collingwood losing another premiership, that scares me.
You're Collingwood?
I just said that. But no,
I think it's hilarious. What's your greatest fear?
I don't have a greatest fear.
Well, that's all right. Like my greatest fear is that I don't live up to my potential. I've got so much I want to do and know that I can do. And my biggest fear is that I don't, and I, end up meeting that person that I could have been one day when it's too late.
You got to change that mindset. You're doing the work to get there. Enjoy the journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so that, because you're attracting that then, right? So yeah, sorry. I just thought I'd
No. It's something I do work on and have mentors and everything.
I don't even put fear into my thoughts. I don't even do that.
How do you not do that? Because that's really valuable.
That's a really good question. I'm just really huge about what you think and what vibration, what you give energy to, you're going to attract that. So I just don't think that's just been in my DNA. I'm sure there is things like, being on your own for so many years, but that doesn't fear me. That sort of empowers me at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love what I do. I have purpose. And I think that fills the gap. So if you're a woman who doesn't have purpose, probably maybe the fear can creep in. So you need to find that, what ignites you, what excites you to put your feet on the floor in the morning and get started. And if you're doing something now that you don't love what you're doing, it's not too late. You can reinvent yourself. You can have courage to step out and do that.
The amount of conversations I have and help and support women reinvent themselves that are in a job that they hate, and they just think, but this is all I've done. This is all I know. And it's like, no, it is never, ever, 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 ever too late. So, for anyone listening, exactly what you just said. It's never too late. So what have you got to reach in and find some courage for next, as the next part of
I've got to go to the next level. All right, I got to go next level. So that's like getting into the rooms, getting on the platforms, getting on the stages where I'm stretched even more. So Um, I like that though. I love that challenge.
Well,
It
yeah.
doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes I can be a bit of I've got to have it perfect. Just go and do it. Just do it. So yeah, that's what it is. And like it's getting to meet new people, getting to new circles, but the right rooms, and really set boundaries around who your circle of people are and who you're
Yeah.
letting in. That makes sense. That is powerful. Very, very powerful for everyone.
That is very powerful. How do you do it?
Oh, you just got to be really aware of it. If that thing or that person or whatever you're doing doesn't serve you, then it's time to move. If you find the energy or someone draining or negative or toxic, you got to move away from that. I mean, if you have 5 people, this will hit home a bit. If you have 5 amazing female friends that love drinking every Friday night, Saturday night, and you love them, I guarantee you'll be number 6. If you don't like that, then you need to remove yourself from that circle, as hard as it is.
Yeah. Or if not the circle, at least the environments where that's what they're doing, they can go and do that.
Perfect.
Like I've got a number of friends that still do that. It's not my thing. I love them to pieces, but when they're doing that, I just don't join in. Yeah.
Don't join in. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I couldn't agree more. And we change, right? We grow, we evolve, and sometimes we do grow apart from people. And that's okay.
Absolutely. You outgrow the people. It's probably a good way of saying that.
Totally.
And you say that with love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that happens with love, right? We know that. So if your daughters were listening to this right now, what's one thing that you would want them to remember or to learn or to know from you?
That you can do anything that you put your mindset to, and you can do it on your own. You don't need to have approval. You don't need to get permission, and you don't need to depend on a partner.
Yes. Yes. Because you've done it.
Yes.
You've done it.
Yes. Yeah, I have done it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, I learned the hard way. And I think a lot of women out there can probably relate that they just give their power up to be that woman, that carer, that rock for everyone else. And then what if all of a sudden you are on your own, that your marriage breaks up, he leaves you, you leave him? Have you got your finances, your will? Do you have an income? Do you have a job? Do you have the belief, the confidence, the community to get around you to rebuild? Because I guarantee a lot of women stay in that environment because they don't have these things and are scared and don't know what to do. And I totally get that.
Yeah.
I totally understand that.
Because you've been there, right?
Yeah, I've been there, but unfortunately, my marriage breakup wasn't really my choice, unfortunately. Wow, I look at people who have been married happily for those years and just think, wow, that's just incredible. I suppose I'd love to experience that.
Yeah.
It hasn't for some reason. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, so interesting. So interesting. On that note, are you dating?
No.
Not interested.
Cancer.
No,
no, I'm not. Oh, look, I don't know. I just don't think I've probably healed from that. Am I scarred from it? I'm happy.
Yeah.
And if it happens, if I meet someone, I'm not, great, but you will never see me on the dating apps.
No.
It's just going to happen like that. But if I'm coming across as that strong, empowered, and this guy, he's running. I am actually really soft and emotional and I'm lovely, but I've had to be strong for me and my girls. But the softer side, I don't think people have seen.
Which actually goes back to what you just said before about being more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And actually,
that's not easy, right? When you haven't done that, Yeah.
That's what my whole book, why I wrote the book too, because I've always been the one that puts on the front, the strong one, the this, the that. Being vulnerable is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And yet at the same time, as hard as it's been, it's probably one of the most rewarding things because I've opened doors and relationships and connections with people that I might not have otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every day that I still find that really, really hard. So when you said that, I did have a moment of like almost wanting to high five you to go, yeah, that bandwagon, that being a bit more vulnerable, people seeing that side actually makes you more endearing. And I think sometimes too that, yeah, excuse me, like you've got such huge achievements, that people then go, oh yeah, but I'm not like her. But at the same time, you're a human being, you're a woman that's still living this life and just trying to give it her best go.
Give it a best go. That's
Yeah.
right. And just helping some other women who finally reach out and let me hold their hand. They go, wish I'd said yes earlier, but you scared me. So come on.
Yeah,
And then you change their life, and that's what it's all about, right? Transformations.
Absolutely. And so what would be the equivalent of another world record for you in terms of achievement?
Oh, look, it's definitely, for me, it's just impact now, and to give more back to what I love to do is build homes for families in Tanzania. So obviously I want more income, but I want to have more impact, and I want to help more women, because I know there's so many women that 40, 50, 60s who aren't happy, who are struggling financially and with their health. And for some reason, they don't want to really do anything with their health, which I don't understand until it's too late. And so for me, prevention is key. So just trying to educate people around that to make the right choices. And they're simple choices.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost any money to get started. It's just trying to break that habit. And I get it. Like, I know a lot of women there. They're the wife, they're the carer, pick up the kids, take them there, walk the dog, shop, clean, run a business, come back, and then the husband taps you on the shoulder. It's like, oh, I'm done. Like, you know what I mean? It's very hard, I know, but how can you make that? It's around setting boundaries around that too, right? To get help with that. To not let it get to that stage.
I think the boundary setting's massive, and
asking and delegating or helping reach out.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it all. No,
you can't. We're not wired to do it all. We do. And actually asking for help also gives someone else the gift of being able to give. So there's, lots of benefits. And
on top of that, like, I take my hat off to those women who've got to hop in the car, drive in traffic for a corporate job. I mean, oh my goodness.
Yes.
And that's another reason why I chose to do what I do. I can choose my hours from anywhere. So, yeah. And I think it's going a lot more remote now.
Yeah.
Even if you do have a corporate job, they are letting you work from home a couple of times. Some people hate it. So, I can't do it. I love it. It's me to a T. And I get to meet incredible people when I choose to.
Exactly. But again, going back to your boundaries, making choices that are right for you and getting to your own world champion, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, and whatever that means. What does success mean for you? What success means for you or me is going to be totally different from the next person.
Totally.
And it's okay.
Yeah. It changes over time. So that's why I was asking you, like, what's your next work? I didn't for a minute think
for me, I want more impact, more income, next level. That's just me. I'm a very high achiever. I love that purpose. But I also love the journey and the process and working it out how to get there, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And I just would hate to be anyone that does confront you in a dark alley doing the wrong thing.
I hope that never happens.
I hope so too. Because I reckon I'd feel sorry for them. Oh, Lourene, this has been absolutely beautiful. Thank you for coming on and sharing your story.
Oh, you're so welcome.
For sharing moments of vulnerability and what's possible when you just go out there, put your mind towards something and go for it. Absolutely loved it and can't wait to see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.